You thought I wasn't coming, people, innit? What's good, people? It's your boy Rhino. Welcome back to MGTV. We are live and alive. I'm here with my people, my peoples. Alyssa's in the building. We had to switch up the topic because we didn't have. Basically, we will plan it better. But next week Sunday, we're gonna have the topic that we was meant to have today. We're gonna move that into next week Sunday. But today we're gonna be talking about if obese people should pay for 2 tickets on the plane. We'll probably have some more guests coming in very soon. Let me check out the comments. Big up the people in the comments. Big up Stephanie as always. She says here double trouble. Big up Rhino as always. Just happy on United successful double signings from Serie A. Hopefully hat trick incoming with Amrabat. 100%. Nah, 100% Steph, man. You're not lying, man. Big up Waki as well. He says, yo. Big up Smurf. Yo. Big up Jada as always. If she's available, she's probably gonna join. Big up Coach. That's the second, the other half of FNR Beats. Big up Triple Trey as well, man. Man, big up the people in the building, man. Big up the chat, man. I love you guys. Big up, big up, big up. Listen, man. How's your day been? How's your day been? How's your
It
day
just
been? What are you telling
started.
me?
It just started.
Just started.
It just started. My day ended at 8 o'clock this morning. Started again at 1. So
Is it? What you been doing today, though?
today,
Yes.
I streamed last night. I did an overnight stream.
Yeah. So listen, people. Alyssa goes hard, and she don't lie. She's a truth teller. That's the thing. She's a truth teller. You feel me? Obviously, you can see it in her name, truth teller. We're gonna have a topic about truth versus lies as well. Funny enough, Alyssa thought of that topic, which is a very good topic, man. Truth versus lies, and just the pressures of why people tell lies, and how truthful do people really want you to be? People say they want the truth, but do they really, really want the truth? You know,
What do they
that's
say?
what it is.
Stand for nothing or fall for what? Whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the
Yeah.
saying, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But listen, we're gonna talk about this obesity topic. Yeah, like I understand it's a sensitive topic to some people, and it's funny because I hope my brethren Jamie comes through soon because he's got a very strong opinion on it, and Magpies as well. So hopefully they lock in. But Alyssa, what do you think, man? Like, if I read out to you, should obese people pay for 2 tickets on a plane? What is your first instant response straight
I
away?
think that there's a difference between fat people, right, or
Mm-hmm.
overweight people, and obese
Mm-hmm.
people, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that in in all reality, right, we have to. That's where self awareness comes into place, right? So
Facts.
at some point, you have to be a little bit realistic about your own stuff. You know what I mean? So if you're obese, it's not like you're over. I mean, you're overweight, but being 30 pounds overweight and being two, three, 400 pounds over the expected, weight limit is. It's just you look in the mirror and you know what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so for me, um, I don't know. I just feel like as a person in that position, why wouldn't you always put yourself in a position to just be more comfortable? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
why put yourself in a position to be uncomfortable or be on top of other people when you know what I mean? Like when you go home to your house, right? And you sit wherever you sit. Are people sitting, realistically, how much of your couch do you take up?
Mm,
You know
mm,
what I mean?
mm,
How
mm, mm,
difficult is it for you to really get in and out of your car?
mm-hmm,
Things
mm-hmm,
things like that. Like so realistically, right? If you're in your house and you sit on the couch, right? And you're taking up 3 seats on your couch, why wouldn't that be the case for anywhere else you go? Because if you go to a restaurant, you're taking up at least a little bit more than the normal person at the table, right?
yeah, yeah.
Anywhere you go, you're gonna take up more space. So
What you
I don't
saying?
know.
Some mad real estate.
Yeah, like it's just being real. Like I said, there's a difference between shaming someone because they're fat, right? Saying, "Yo, wow, you're like 300 pounds," but you know what? Some people who are bigger, because there are bigger people, everybody's built different, right?
Mhm.
So there are men and women who are bigger that dress really nice. They're very clean. You know what I mean? Like your weight doesn't really have to do with your hygiene or who you are as a person. You get what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah, yeah,
there's definitely a difference, you know. But I don't think that it's I don't think that we're shaming people by saying, "Hey guys, like realistically, I get that it's expensive to buy the two tickets or whatever." You get what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just feel like I'm a very logical person, so I just feel like that's kind of common sense. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%.
I feel like people shouldn't even have to tell you to buy both of the tickets. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that should be
Yeah,
something that you're just doing on your own. Like
on your own. Yeah, yeah,
I would want the road to myself. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's
That's
my personal
true.
opinion.
That's true. That's true, man. And just to come off what you're saying, at the end of the day, a bit of it is about accountability. To be honest, because you've put yourself in a situation where you're gonna pose yourself more health risks, obviously, and now the situation that you've put yourself in is starting to kind of inconvenience other people,
Right.
because when we travel on a plane, we go through, you could be tired, it could be a long day, you just want to be comfortable. A plane ride needs to be as comfortable as possible, especially if it's 3, 4, 5, 6 going hours, going on to 8 hours, etc.
Right.
Imagine being on a plane for like 8 to 12 hours, and then you're uncomfortable because someone else is taking up extra space. So I I agree, man. I feel like, yeah, take accountability for the situation you're in, because like I said, it poses health risks. And on top of that, you're it's kind of unfair to other people that pay for their space and they don't even get to have all of their space. They're uncomfortable. Because sometimes planes can be as tight as it is. So
Right.
imagine, let me go through what Jada said here. I'm gonna come back to this. Let me mark this. I'm gonna come back to the truth part, because we're gonna talk more about that when we go into should plus size models be glorified, and I want to go into about I want to go into talking, telling the truth to your people. Like if you've got an obese friend or a friend that's slightly bigger than they maybe should be, we'll talk
Well,
about how truthful you should be and stuff like that. We'll get into that.
I got you.
But Jada says here they need to buy 2 seats. I wouldn't want to be squashed for 4 hours on a plane that are already uncomfortable as it is, and just what I was saying. I
Absolutely.
just put that twice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because listen, sorry people, you guys have to pay for 2 tickets, man. I'll be real. If you are considered obese and you're watching, buy 2 tickets.
I'm not gonna lie though. I okay. Yes. But I also do think, all right. Hi DJ, welcome in.
Big up, big up.
I do think that there should at least be like what I said, like okay, like when you go into the website, right? And at the bottom, it makes you click and confirm for everything else in the world, right?
Yep, yep.
So I think that there should be a box where it says like if you're over, and I'm not talking about like 300. We're talking about obese people too, guys. Like I want everybody to keep that in mind. We're not talking about just being 300 pounds, 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about like 530 and over, four over. You know what I mean? And like
Yep.
that's what we're talking about. We're talking about obesity, not fat people. All right, I
Just
want to
not
make that
chubby.
very
Yeah,
clear.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
not chubby, not whatever. Right,
Not big bones or whatever
not
you want to call it.
right,
Yeah,
exactly. So when it comes to that, like I feel like there should be an option where you go and you buy that ticket, right, and it clicks down into a little drop menu, and you do get that second seat at a discount. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
if it's pertaining to your weight, you know what I mean. You're not buying. This is not let me click off the obese thing, say I'm two people, get the second one half off, and then put somebody else in that seat.
Yeah,
No, that
yeah, because that's what people are gonna start doing though.
yeah, because
The
that's the way,
finesses.
because that's the loophole. Because that's the loophole. I get it. I know. Trust me.
uh,
We're all hustlers, right? Anything we could get
right.
for the low,
Listen, what you say?
we're gonna try to get it for the
Listen,
low, right?
you're gonna follow certain loopholes. Yeah, you sound like
Right.
a hustler to me.
Yeah, right. But no. All jokes aside, like if they
Yeah,
were to just make that a thing where I think that would also like alleviate people from fighting the fight because
yeah, yeah,
you can say, yo, you're gonna make me pay for two tickets? That's crazy. I'm not two people. You get what I'm
Yep,
saying?
yep,
Even
yep,
though you
yep,
are three people. You know, you
yep,
get what
yep,
you
yep.
know. But you can say, yo, listen, you could buy this ticket, but you have to pay the extra. So
Mhm.
even if they weren't buying a whole seat, like let's just say we change the terminology, because how you deliver stuff is what really bothers people, right? So telling
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
hey, you're fat, you're obese, you need to buy 2 plane tickets, that's triggering already, especially if people have insecurities. You know what I mean? Some people really
Yeah,
do have
facts.
weight problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Docs say obese is anything over 200 most of the time. Okay, well, I was being nice then. Shit.
Let me convert that as well for the people in the UK too, because you that's pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in kg, 200 pounds is 90 kilograms. Is it? Nah, that's cap. That's
But
cap.
you get what I'm saying, right? Or like
Yeah, yeah.
to tell
It
people,
might not be
hey,
to weight though. It might just be to your size.
yes,
It might not
right.
necessarily be weight. Yeah, yeah,
But you,
yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like you can't tell people, hey, you have to buy this because of this, right? So you have to kind of approach people still in a sensitive manner, right? So in a sensitive manner would still be, hey, buy your first seat. We understand that this is your whatever. You get the second seat half off. You know, it's accommodating. We will do it
yeah,
this
yeah.
way. Or you can say, or like anything in life, right? Even sports. What's up, Samantha? Even in sports, right?
Big up, big up.
um People have, when you play sports, right? Like even in football, whatever, you got penalties and fouls, and some organizations you have to pay fines if you like violate the rules or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So the way I see it is, it's kind of like paying an extra. It, it's like it's like you could swing it as saying, "Hey, you're paying a fine for being obese," or you know what I mean, or
Yeah,
anything that has to do with weight, anything that has to do with coming for somebody's appearance, or just what's it called? Just like their security in general
yep,
is
yep,
gonna
yep,
be triggering. You know what I mean?
yep,
Even
yep,
if the
yep,
people know that they're wrong, they're still gonna defend their insecurity.
yep. Facts, facts, facts. Yep. It's true. It's true because at the end of the day, you might know they might be in denial. And it's like I said, it's a sensitive topic. So it's not even like us sitting here discussing it. We're trying to be inconsiderate. It's just more about just general fairness of when you're out and about. And also maybe taking a look at how sometimes we're not accountable for certain situations we're in. We're just comfortable. Because there's two benefits to you know, addressing this situation if you're in the situation. First and foremost, your health. Health is
Absolutely.
wealth. A lot of us don't take care of our health as we don't take care of our health as best as we should. And it's something that we need to be taking more doctor's trips, for the little checkups every 6 months, every 3 months, if so. Check your blood pressure. Check, your levels of what's the other thing I was thinking of?
Well, like your cholesterol and shit.
Cholesterol and stuff, blood pressure, cholesterol, all of that. Check it out because things are happening randomly to people and you don't realize that maybe you could have spotted it ages ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the first benefit, your health. And at the same time, your confidence. Because
Yes.
if you start building on working on yourself, you start going to the gym, you might be a happier person. You might avoid situations like depression and stuff like that and you might have a better social life. Not to say that if you're obese you can't have a social life, but if you're lacking in confidence in something, that's going to
Right.
hinder how you're around certain people. Do you know what I'm saying? So listen, there's so many benefits to focusing on am I good? Am I in the right space? Like obese is a big term.
Right.
Like we're not talking about some people will say fat, some people will say big,
Right.
some people we're talking about you're very big to the point you start taking up at least a quarter of
Yo,
another seat.
I wish I could pull a picture of my uncle. Real
Yeah,
shit. Real,
yeah,
real
yeah.
shit. If I
Yeah,
could
if you
find
can
his
find it and then
if I
share
could
it,
find
yeah.
his picture on Instagram, okay? My uncle is an older man, all right? He's going into his 70s. And my entire childhood, okay? He was an obese man. I'm talking about we
Hmm.
couldn't walk down the same hallway together. You get what I'm saying? Like
Okay,
it
yeah.
was the same thing, all right? And um he went through something really, really traumatic, and it kind of woke him up. You know what I mean, with his weight stuff and all of that. And yo, now he works out. He's like the most. He's like he's gonna live longer than all of us now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
he's
see.
fit. You know, he's strong from going from, you know, a 600+ pound man to
Six
comfortably,
hundred
you know,
pounds.
yeah,
Let me
comfortably
even
one
convert
ninety
that.
two hundred
Six
muscle.
hundred. So that's 270 kilograms. Yeah, that's okay. Okay,
No,
yeah.
big, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, you know, it's just one of those, it's just one of those things where, like, some people, it takes them to have a really bad experience to wake them up to see what's really important and to
Yeah,
change
yeah.
that diet within themselves.
Yeah.
Now, obesity is tough because when you feel like you're trying to do something and you're not seeing results fast enough or in the time frame that you want to see them, that's when you actually do fall into depression and you revert back to your old ways, right? So then you start stress eating, and those type of things are real. Some people just, they're not even hungry. People just eat because they're stressed the fuck out. You
Yeah,
get what
yeah.
I'm saying? To be fair, some people gain weight because of medication they're on. Absolutely, a lot of medications make
Yep,
you
yep.
gain weight, especially within women. Um, but again, you know, because you can gain weight having thyroid issues and stuff like that too. You know, medical
Yeah, yeah.
issues are a real thing. But again, there's a difference. Like when you're already at that level of being that big, it does, you're not on medications that are making you bigger. You,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah,
you get
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Facts. There's no medication that's gonna make it take you to the mad. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's
You
obviously a
know.
part that you're playing with it too. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So leading a healthy lifestyle is very important, and we can preach about it all day. Shit, I can sit here and preach about it all day. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
reality is that it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to be healthy these days than it was in the past, right? Because what did they do? They built supermarkets. They kill the cattle. They put them in the store. They make our food. They label our food, and they gave it to the consumer as it's a convenience, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
we were born with natural skills. We have skills within us that come from our roots and our ancestors, and deep within us, right? So technically we can all be farmers. We can all be healers.
Mm-hmm.
We all have the ability, and we all possess the natural ingredients, right? To actually lead and live a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah,
But
facts, facts.
because, you know, because society has kind of pushed us into being so conformed, right? And they kind of pushed us into what's convenient, right? People are always going to do what's convenient. So
Yeah, yeah.
instead of
That's it.
instead of growing all your vegetables and your plants and stuff like that, why would you wait 2, 3, 4 weeks to grow vegetation outside when you could go down to the supermarket and just get some shit off the
Convenience,
shelf?
convenience, convenience.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I
Convenience
mean?
plays a part. Yep, yep, yep.
Absolutely. Or home remedies. You know, there's a lot of things in our past. If we actually go back down and we look at history, there's a lot of medicinal stuff that we can make with plants and just mushing them down. Or, you know, even animals have things within them that are healing properties to us, you know.
Yep,
So
yep, yep, yep.
it's just about the fact that now we're in a point where we're a little brainwashed and we're a little conformed into being comfortable. So it's like, okay, you see that uncomfortable feeling? That's what you don't step out of. So people want to keep you trapped in those ways, because why? Everything is a money grab. Everything
Yep,
is a
yep,
power
yep,
game, right?
yep, yep,
So if
yep.
they control what you eat, they control how you think, right? Then they have power over you. They have power over the narrative. They have power over everything that happens, even your
Facts,
weight and what happens and your health and all of that. That's
facts.
why natural born healers, there's no people that are actually doing like holistic medicine anymore, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in reality, there are cures for cancer. There
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
preventatives for certain diseases, and there's stuff out there. There's so much stuff
Yeah,
out there,
facts. Hundred
you
percent.
know?
100%.
But we're not
It's true.
encouraged to go outside and we're not that's not a thing anymore. You get what I'm
Do you
saying?
know
Like,
what is? Do you know what? Even to carry on from what you're saying, we're in a generation now where we're more informed. You know, back in when I was in school, they weren't telling us about. Obviously, we had the whole 5 fruits a day and all of that stuff,
right,
but
right,
they
right,
weren't telling us about we didn't have sugar labels on all our drinks. I don't know about
right.
America, but in the UK now, everything that's labeled has the amount of sugar, fat, saturated. That wasn't there back in the day.
Oh, we had
The
that.
the whole sugar tax and all of that stuff, where they started
Right.
to cut out sugar out of loads of drinks. We didn't have that. That's because the people in the government are becoming more aware of spreading that awareness. When I was in school, we used to eat chicken and chips every day, Chinese every day. We'll just go to the chip shop. Yeah, can I get 2 pieces of chicken and chips? Every
Mm-hmm.
day. We was drinking little, you lot call it pops. Funny
Yep.
enough, it's called Panda Pops. That we were drinking that every day. Certain times for lunch, if I wasn't hungry, I'm eating a chocolate and a drink.
Right.
Calm. So as time's gone on, they're preaching more healthier movements in primary schools and
Mm-hmm.
secondary schools now. They're encouraging us to be healthier. There's more awareness to what we need to do to be better. But let me go through the comments quickly. Big up Mercy. She's saying that she noticed something on the my channel. She'd love to have a chat. Yeah, just hit me up. I think you've messaged on Twitch. I don't really use my Twitch. So if you're seeing anything on Twitch, I've just literally put this live to Twitch, but I haven't really fixed up my Twitch or nothing like that. But big up yourself anyway. Um, said hello to Samantha already and needed a game mouse. Said all of these facts. We are talking about the underlying. Yeah, it could be an underline. It could be an underlying
Underlying
health
health
issue.
issue.
You know. What else? Medication, as Jada said, some people can't help that they're fat because some people are born chubby. That's true. But as Alyssa has said, there's a limit to an amount of how being when it's a medical issue or something that you're on because of the way you were born or whatever, you're not, let's be honest, and I'm gonna try and say this in the nicest way. When you are born with certain situations, from my knowledge, from what I see, there's only so much it makes you big. There's no way, from what I know, that there's going to be a medical issue that makes you twice take up 2 seats.
Right.
Maybe there's something that makes you put on weight quicker, but that means you have to adapt. If you know you put on weight quicker, maybe you need to reduce the amount of carbs you have. Maybe you need to focus on what diet you have, because obviously that's going to be diagnosed by a doctor. So you have
Uh-huh.
the facilities around you. You can go on Google. We're all guilty of doing our little Google diagnosis. You know what I'm saying? So as much as there could be an underlying health issue, it could be medication or whatever, there's facilities and services around us for us to find information on how we can conquer it. You know what I'm saying? DJ says the gym will get you right. Facts. Big up Walkie in the building. Big up my guy Jerome, as always. What's good, my bro? DJ says he stays in the gym. Trust me, it was that he or she. DJ taking over, stays in the gym. Um, Hope you're blessed. Sorry took long to tune in. Listen, I just appreciate that you're here, man. So appreciate it, man. Weight gain is a side effect of a lot of medications, 100%. Um,
Absolutely.
Especially antipsychotic medications as well. Facts.
Absolutely.
Late, but you should pay for what you use.
I
Yep,
agree with that.
gifted. That's what we're saying, man. Jade says that's why we're so against Dr. Serby.
Got the study,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep, yep. Sugar and dairy industry paid the government to make up food groups. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, birth control adds weight. Yep, facts. Yes, Walkie's
But
agreeing.
that's what we're saying. Like, and we, you guys are adults in here. Majority of
Yeah,
you. You know, um, you definitely know the difference between someone being big boned, like we said already 50 times. There's a difference between somebody being big boned. There's a difference between being fat. There's a difference between being chubby. There's a huge difference between being obese. An obese
yeah,
person is gonna make a fat person look like a very skinny person. You,
yeah,
you
yeah,
get what I'm saying? So the medication and all of that stuff, like, it absolutely does play a huge part. But I feel like once people get to like a certain level within that, you know what I mean? That, like you
yeah,
said, Rhino, it doesn't have to do with, consuming medications and stuff like that. It really
Yeah.
has to do with, being on a diet and actually going ahead and being on the right diet and taking the right
Yes.
actions to be on the right course of maintaining your health, you
Facts.
know.
That's what I'm saying. We've got too many resources now.
Hmm.
Like what we had 10 years ago, we didn't have now. Like what we have now, we didn't have 10 years ago. And the thing about what the benefit of being in this kind of generation, yeah, is that every couple of years we're learning something new. We're learning new. We're learning things about meats, and we're learning more
Hmm.
things about even vegetarians. Their
Right.
diets have changed over time because they're learning, and we're finding out more things. Scientists are working out new things. So
Right.
the position that we're in right now, realistically, there's no excuse. Whether you have to go in the UK, we don't pay for health services. Go and book a doctor's appointment and go and find out what you need to find out. If you've got internet, go on Google and do a bit of diagnosis. I always tell people when it comes to Google diagnosis, don't take it as gospel, but take what you can from it. Make up your own mind, and then you can go to a professional as well and match it up. Obviously, if you're at home and so what, it's a Sunday, loads of the shops are closed, doctors don't open till tomorrow, do a bit of Google research with a pinch of salt. Find out certain things, look for certain symptoms or whatever, and figure out what situation you are in, and you can fix it. It could be something you're eating. It could be, like you said, the medication that you're on. Maybe there's an alternative medication you can change to as well. And if you're going through a situation where you was born like that and it's more complicated, there's definitely um, facilities in place to kind of accommodate that. So, yeah, man.
Hmm.
Um, let's move on to the next topic. We're half an hour in. Big up the people in the chat. Listen, people, like the video. You know what? We're gonna pause and we're gonna do a like check. Let me see if you guys are actually serious today. So without me refreshing it, we're on 11. Big up. Listen, smile in my face. But let's let me refresh and see.
It's 12 when you refresh.
Yes, so we're on 12. Listen, I love you guys, man. I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Okay, cool. Um, let's move on, Alyssa. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
what's up?
plus size models and stuff, yeah.
Yes, let's do that. I like it.
And this is gonna kind of lead into, if you've got friends, because it's the same concept. If we are glorifying plus size models, I think it's the same kind of principle as us you know, accepting a friend that we've got that might be a bit bigger than he or she needs to
Absolutely.
be. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
you talk about it from a female perspective, Alyssa. What do you think?
From a female perspective, I think that plus size models have really changed the industry for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Not only, men and women, but kids also in general, and how society kind of sees people. I think the message within plus size models and stuff like that is really it comes down to self love, right? And
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
really what the message is. It's showing people that you can still be comfortable, you can still love you, and you can still be confident in your own skin, right?
Yes,
Now,
yes,
I think where
yes.
people get the two mixed up is that,
There's a thin line. There's a thin line. Yep,
right,
yep.
right, here we go, right? So I think where people get mixed up is that there's a fine line, okay? And women aren't gonna like what I have to say, but
Speak up. Talk the
some
things.
some women, right, that are overweight see the confidence is beautiful, and we're not taking that from anybody, right? But even with smaller size women, the way that you dress and the stuff that you put on your body has to complement you, right?
Yep, yep, yep.
So, you know I've seen it. If you are at a certain weight, it's okay to be confident. It's okay to love yourself, right? But if you're
Facts.
sloppy, you're sloppy. So you're walking out the house with, the underlining of your titties hanging out,
Yep, yep,
and
yep,
your shorts are so tight that they're up your crotch, and then everything else is tight and hanging and loose and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then people are
yep,
staring
yep.
at you and giving you bad vibes and stuff. You can't really be upset when you're putting yourself in that position to seek that negative feedback, if that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense,
yep,
right?
yep, 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 yep.
Because people who are bigger tend to go ahead and they care about dressing to make themselves look presentable,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Of
So
course, they have to.
right,
Basically probably think about it more because
right,
they're more
exactly,
conscious
right.
of it. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
because your shirt's not gonna, because I don't want to say I'm the biggest, person, but like as a woman, I've struggled with weight. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
And there
mm-hmm,
are
mm-hmm.
times where I'm not where I want to be. And as a woman, as you get older, it does become harder to maintain and lose weight. And you're not as active as you were younger. You're not, losing the weight as fast. It's not, you know what I mean? So you do struggle. But the one thing that I know is that a lot of, especially for the friends that I have that are plus size,
Yeah.
they absolutely care about wearing clothes that complement their figure, which
Mm-hmm,
makes them
mm-hmm.
sexy. You understand what I'm saying? So you can be a big boned man or woman, you could be whatever. But if you have an appearance where your clothes fit you, like how to um pretty much complement your body type, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you kind of get away with it. Yeah,
Right, then you're gonna always get away with it because
yeah.
you're confident, you look good, you smell good, your clothes fit you, you know what I mean? You might not be the smallest person, but again, even the
You
skinniest person could come out of the room and their clothes could be either too big, too baggy, don't fit well. You understand what I'm saying? So I think at the end of the day, it's also how you dress yourself and present yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know. So
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 what
we're back.
about
Yeah, sorry.
yes? So based on that specific point you just made, what about things like waist trainers and stuff?
Waist trainers and stuff.
Do you
I
think
mean,
that's good
that's
and bad? Do you think that's good or bad?
I know females who wear waist trainers and stuff like that, and it doesn't come from a bad place. It's just body shaping, So the way I see waist trainers is the same way men see lifting weights. You know what I mean? You guys are shaping your muscles, you're shaping your pecs, you're shaping your abs, your body, right?
Okay, so
So
let me pause right there. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. So you just said that the way you see waist trainers is the same as a guy going to the gym, right? Cool. So
well, shaping
if
their bodies, shaping their
shaping the
bodies,
body,
shaping
okay,
their
cool.
bodies.
So if I don't know, I'm sure there's certain bodysuits a guy can wear to make it look like he's got crazy abs and whatever. Do you think that's a cheat? Do you think that's avoiding the fact that you can just go gym? Do you think it's cheating wearing these waist
Um,
trainers and stuff? Because I know you can wear waist trainers and you can practice with them to help shape your body.
well,
But I'm
that's what you're
saying,
supposed to do.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've got the people
Again,
that use it to kind of obviously there's going to be a part of it that's confidence. You
right.
don't feel comfortable, so you want to wear it. But then that could be another thing of maybe you're running away from the accountability of the fact that you know what, don't be lazy, go to the gym. You
Right.
know,
But
but yeah, go on, carry on.
but catfishing your body is different
That's
than
where I'm going into.
shaping your
Yeah,
body. Right. You get what
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
saying? So
okay. There
like
you go. There you go. Yeah.
like I said, for you men, right? I'm not talking about go put on a bodysuit with abs. That's not shaping your body. That's you catfishing your body, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Because
mm-hmm.
whatever, right? So for a woman, it's like wearing I don't even know how to say it in English, like uh I don't know if they're called Spanx or they're called fajas in Spanish or whatever. Like they keep your whole
Oh,
body
what
like
you wear
stuffed
after
up.
you have a BBL and stuff.
I don't know. Anyway, listen.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
because I know a few females that have had BBLs, and the faja is what you wear
yeah,
to
you
keep your
have to
body in
right, and you
shape,
bring it like
and they
all the
have
way
to
up.
sit on a certain pillow or whatever. So I
And
know they wear
people
that after they've had their body done. Yeah, yeah,
Spanx,
yeah,
okay, Spanx is a thing too, right?
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So like for women who wear like waist trainers and stuff like that, a lot of those women are in the gym. They are exercising. They are trying to get their body right because when you wear a waist trainer and you're exercising, you literally are shaping your body. You understand what I'm trying to say? The same way when a man goes to the gym and he's lifting weights, or even a woman, you're shaping your body, you're building your muscle, right?
Yeah.
So I get that some people wear waist trainers and they take them off and like whatever, right? But
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're wearing it for. You're still gonna lose the weight. You're still shaping your body. You get what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
there's still the benefit to that. Now, putting on a bodysuit, like what you said, you know what I mean? That has little abs, and you go and you throw on a little tight shirt and shit. You know what I mean? And then you go to lay up with your girl, and you take off your abs. You know what I mean? You're just like, whoa, buddy, like what's that?
I said,
You know?
whoa, buddy.
Yeah, that's different. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes to that. It kind of comes across as catfish. Let me go through the
Yeah,
comments
and waist
quickly.
trainers. That's because I'm reading one of the comments because of what Jada said.
Yeah, yeah. Go on, go on.
But no, Jada is absolutely right. Waist and body trainers have been
Go back
around
to
for years,
other comment. Oh,
and
sorry.
that's exactly what they use them for. Waist trainers have exactly what they're called, waist trainers, right? So
But
like,
don't you think that the context of the training part has been manipulated now, and people are just using it to go out to
no,
parties
because
and
people don't
you
use
know,
waist trainers anymore. The only women that are
yeah.
using waist trainers are women who are actually trying to shape their bodies, because the women who want to catfish their bodies are out here getting BBLs, and we talked about that already. There's
Okay,
no
so what
need
about
for it
before?
anymore.
What about before they get the BBL though? I'm talking about when they're going to a wedding and they're wearing it so their dress looks nice.
Yeah,
And
but that's
there's a
not.
borderline. Like sometimes you could just be a little bit chubby and you wear it, but I'm talking about the finessed ones. Like it's
I
it's
hear you,
literally it's literally half in your
but
belly size, and
but
you
in
know what I mean.
culture, that's how women were. That's how women were. I don't want to say how they were raised, but like that was the culture
It was the
with
norm, but basically
corsets. You get what I'm saying?
corsets. Yeah, I was gonna go into
Women,
corsets as well. Yeah.
women were tied up from top to bottom and then put in these dresses and stuff. So women have always, even for their posture, just to keep them up. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I don't
Yeah.
know. My
Yeah. Let me go
grandmother
through the
wore
comments quick and
grills.
listen. One sec. Gifted Chick says the sugar and dairy industry paid. Oh yeah, I read this already. Where's the last one I wanted to bring up? Waki says I read that scientists made lab grown meat and selling it. Uh, when it comes to all of the technicalities of science, it makes me cringe, man. With access to social media and a variety of info, it's like there is an information overload. True. So as much as there is all of this info out there, there's so much to take in that people don't know what. That's true. What
I
to do with
agree.
it? True, true. USDA not making it better. What's the USDA, Alyssa? Let me
It's like
search.
our,
Like your kind of regulation, food
yeah, that
regulation.
it's our, yeah, exactly what it is.
Okay, okay, cool, 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 cool. I
It's
got you.
our gov, like
Yo,
our
Gov, yeah.
rules and stuff.
Plus size models aren't really morbidly obese though. Most of what is considered plus size is really just normal. Yeah,
But
yeah, that's
that's what
true.
we're talking about. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
the
Like,
fine line between what's normal and what's okay. You know what?
because plus size women are still very sexy. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Even the lingerie models, because that's kind of, there's a lot of lingerie models and stuff like that. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just like plus size women are still sexy. It's just about it is. It's that borderline. It's about really how you kind of like present yourself, like what fits
That's what
your
I'm
body.
saying. But
I don't know.
Alyssa and what Gifted Chick is saying, there's an industry now of even let me take my chair out. There's an industry here of even before I just spit it out. There's an industry of even plus size models. Like you know how you got iPhone Plus. Like I'm talking about plus, like bigger phone. We're not talking about normal iPhones. We're talking about tablets. We're talking about laptops. Like you're
Right.
meant to have a phone, but you're holding a laptop. If that's not a bad analogy, but you know what I'm saying. Like we don't want to be, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I tried to make a joke. I don't know if it banged. It might have.
I don't
People in the
think it
chat might be
did.
laughing. I think
Uh,
people in the chat would have found it
yeah,
funny.
maybe.
You're just a bit slow. Now I'm joking. um, I'm talking about like plus size model to the point that you are very big, but they've made it cool. They've kind of made it acceptable. So that kind of finesses you to not feeling that you need to fix yourself. That's what I'm talking about. How far do people have to go before we have to say, you know what? No, my bro, you're my bro and that, but I think you're a bit too big and I've noticed certain things. I think you should work on your weight because I'm conscious that it might affect your health. There's models that and male and female that are so big, but it's been glorified now. It's been made to say that, oh, it's all right, you're fine. Appreciate your beauty. Love yourself. But what's loving yourself if your weight is starting to affect your health? Can we still tell those people what's the fine line between telling someone to love themselves and telling someone, you know what, you've
Don't
gone
go
a bit
die.
too far? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the fine line between them?
I don't know. I really will sit here and say I don't know. Like I don't. What I will say is that in that industry of being a model, there's still certain pressures and stuff like that that you have to face.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
even though the message is self-love, right? If we actually take a look at some of these plus models that started out as plus models, they have changed their diet, they have changed their weight, they are smaller than what they were going into the industry, right? And that all has to come with being able to have um what's it called, the resources to be able to be in a better position to take care of yourself in that type of light, right? So a lot of people that lead unhealthy lifestyles, um it's usually, you know, either financial or it's a lack of something, whether
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
responsibility, accountability, financially, anything, right? But I think for me, what I see is I don't see obese people or plus size people in the industry staying plus size. Once they get the resources that they need to go ahead and step into a better lifestyle, they do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
understand what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So the message is always self love, you know, but if you actually pay attention to people's actions, everyone knows that you just have to be healthy, and whatever healthy means to you. Healthy doesn't mean being 100 pounds. You know, healthy can mean being 220 and everything is good and you're solid, and you know what I mean, everything
Yeah, yeah,
functions
yeah,
for
yeah,
you
yeah.
perfectly. So I don't know, it's, I think where it comes into where people have to start taking accountability is when it starts affecting their mental health and it starts affecting their everyday life. And that's where we kind of see the difference in saying, hey, this is really affecting you. And I think these are the steps that you should take,
Okay, but
opposed to
Alyssa,
seeing,
to kindly interject there, yeah. What if somebody, for example, is very big, but it's become part of his brand, and now he's getting loads of love from it? Where how do you now tell that person that if it's affecting his mental health? What if it's a thing where now for him it's positive, it's brought him success, it's brought him clout? How do we now what someone like that? How do we now advise them?
we
Because that's
don't.
the kind of scenario that I want to kind of touch on, because sometimes you get put in a difficult situation where the person that is in need is how do you drop it to them, you know, because you might come across as a hater, you know.
Right,
So he might be getting loads of love in the comment, he might be getting loads of love in the comments, but then there's one person that says, my brother, I think you should do. Everyone might switch on him and say, brother, you're just
right,
hating, he's successful. So for me, I feel like mental health and confidence is a part, but at the same time, if you see it starts affecting, like when you go to places, for example, taking up two spaces. I'm saying, for example, you over sweating when you feel like you shouldn't be sweating.
right,
You know, for example, you getting out of breath real quick when you shouldn't be really
right,
out of breath. You know, especially if you've got kids and stuff like that. You know, what are you teaching them? Are you teaching them that it's okay? I feel like it's very sensitive to get comfortable and do this whole, what's the term that we was talking about last week? Body shaming, but there was,
body
what's the
shaming,
opposite of
yeah.
body shaming? What's it called when you purposely tell people it's fine, it's all right? What's the
What,
term?
toxic positivity?
Toxic positivity. That's it. That's where I think the problem is, because toxic positivity can go a bit too far sometimes, and that can lead to things happening. And when that person does, God forbid, something happens to them and they lose their life, then what now? Now
Right,
everyone
right.
feels sorry for that person. So I feel like we need to be more strict with how toxic positivity is being delivered, and we need to be honest with ourselves. But I'm going to go through the comments quickly because I think I'm getting behind. But yeah, Jada was talking about waist trainers. Listen, Jerome, jerk chicken. I love jerk chicken still. I can't lie. I ain't putting that down still. But you can be healthy and eat jerk chicken. You know, we can start talking about portions. You can eat the food that you enjoy,
Absolutely, because
but
it's not
just
about,
portions.
right, because a lot of it is not about what it's about the portions and how much and the time of the day. Like, it's about your intake.
Yes, all of that and how you're balancing it. And even the time of
Mm-hmm.
the day, you could be eating late, but if you're going to exercise and you know you've got a structure behind it, it's fine. But yeah,
Right.
catfish in the body is
It's
wild.
absolutely wild.
100%, VR, 100%. Um, yeah, we addressed that one. Yeah, that's crazy as well. The fact that some men is getting six pack transplants is crazy,
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Gifted Chick says her grandma wore girdles. Big up grandma. Um, It's like how a man wears a merino under his shirt. Let me type in merino just so that I know it's the right thing I'm thinking of. Let me see. Nah, man. I think. Listen. Nah. Let me share this. Gifted chick is being cheeky here. She's being cheeky here. She's being cheeky. Listen. Let me share this right now. So you are telling me, yeah, that these tank tops and whatever is the same. You are telling me these tank tops are the same as wearing a corset and stuff. No,
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 absolutely
no,
not.
no,
Tank
no.
tops just are. People wear tank
It
tops under
helps a
their
bit of
shirt to
the,
keep your shirt down.
yeah,
It keeps you. It keeps you
it keeps you a bit in, but I don't think
right.
it's the
You tuck it
same.
in. It keeps your shirt.
Yeah,
It keeps you
kind of just a bit composed. It doesn't
organized.
just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not like a corset where you just,
Yeah,
corset is
you
on the,
can't breathe, yo.
you have to lock it in cricket tight, cricket, like, you know what I mean? If that's what you meant, gifted chick anyway, but, moving on to the next comment. She says it's a dress code. Jada's talking about, especially if someone had a
You just had a
baby.
baby,
I
yeah.
believe Jada's laughing at my joke that Alyssa said is not funny, so that's good that someone's laughing. In that case, it's a fetish. Magpies here says fat lives don't matter. Listen,
Wow, that's
Magpies,
crazy
I
as
want to
hell.
I want to hear a bit more of your opinion because remember I said earlier, Magpies and my boy Jamie, they've got some very very stern opinions. Can you get an example of toxic positivity? Okay, DJ, taking over is basically what I said. Imagine you are a bit bigger than you should be, and but because it brings you success, like for example, Rick Ross. I'm gonna give. It's not the perfect example, but he started getting accepted for how big he was. You know, he worked on it. Missy Elliott. It became a part of their brand. When Missy Elliott lost weight, and Rick Ross lost weight, they didn't look the same. There's even a better example, man. Is it Rod Wave? There's examples of very big artists that came up. Even Thingy, the girl that sang Somebody Like You. What's her name?
Oh, Adele.
Adele. I swear she lost a lot of weight as well. I feel like if it becomes your brand and your brand becomes successful over the fact that you're kind of big and people embrace it, and you don't tell that person where they're going wrong with it in terms of health wise, it's toxic positivity. You're telling them love yourself, it's fine. Look, you're getting successful from it, it's fine. Don't hate. You don't have to be slim. That's toxic positivity because they are at a point where their weight needs to actually go down so that they can reduce the risk of heart attacks and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
toxic positivity is when you kind of, would you call it not delusional? You kind of embrace everything into a positive, even though there's negatives to it. That's what I would say. Toxic
Pretty much
positivity
being
is.
like, oh, are you happy? Are you loved? Oh, you're doing good? Oh, you're
Yeah,
succeeding? Yeah,
yeah,
fuck them. Don't worry
yeah.
about
You're
that. But
fine.
if you
Yeah, it
die
doesn't matter
in
about
two
your
weeks,
weight.
it's okay. Don't worry
Yeah,
about that.
there
So the
you go.
toxic part is that your health is in danger, and the positive part is that you're benefiting and you're being successful off of
There you
the
go.
toxic and nature of what it is. That
There
makes
you go.
sense.
There you go. Dino as well. Dino's a UK artist. Big up Dino. I know him personally as well. He came into the scene big. He's lost a lot of weight now. People might look at him and say, "Rah, he just doesn't look the same." But it's an example of what I'm gonna go to here. What Jada is saying. Missy Elliott for sure. People skinny shamed her for a while, and she put the weight back on. You know. Sometimes people, it's so crazy. She lost weight for her benefit. And because she
Mm-hmm.
didn't look like the same Missy Elliott, she felt pressure to put the weight back on. So it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Oh yeah, Jamie's here. Jamie, I was just talking about you. We're talking about if obese people should pay for 2 tickets on a plane, but now we've kind of moved on to taking accountability and toxic positivity as well. So I know you've got a very stern opinion on that. Um, the last comment he made was, "If you're fat, it's your fault." He said it straight. That's what Jamie said. So let's see if he's gonna add some comments in. Um, Waki's saying, "I have a fast metabolism, so eating in portions is out the window." Listen, you're lucky, man. But
I
you do work
wish.
out a lot. There you go. I heard like bigger plates make your portions look smaller when making plates. That's true. Yep. Same way, if you split your portions throughout the day, it's better. So instead of eating, let's say, one big plate of rice, you normally have half that plate. And if you get hungry in the next hour or two, you have that half
Right,
again. It kind of
right.
stretches out your hunger throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
Big time objective says, "What's good? What's good, man? What's good?" Um, and then be a process from an artist standpoint. It's not good to promote that because at the end of the day, your fans look like you and struggle with the same problem like you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this is what we said last week about the power of influencers and people of a
Mm-hmm.
certain position. People look up to you. People want to be like you. So if you're a big person on YouTube, all the other big people are going to think, you know what? I'm going to keep on eating how I'm eating. I'm just going to go on YouTube and see if I can blow from it. It's those situations that we need to avoid because they could have been one day away from, losing weight and whatever. They watch one video now. They don't even care about losing weight no more. And now
Right.
they've put their health at risk. No one can force feed you. Say, look, here's Jamie straight into it. No one can force feed you. Plus, when you do look in the mirror and take some responsibility, that's what I'm saying. Listen,
But what
Michael Jackson,
happens?
the
Well,
man in the mirror. When you're standing looking at the man in the mirror, or should I say the woman in the
that's
mirror,
my favorite
you
Michael
know,
Jackson song, by the way. But
what
listen,
do you see? But yeah, go on, Alyssa. You
seriously
take the
though,
floor. I'll need to reply to a message quickly, but go on.
no, but seriously, all jokes aside, like, what if people are really happy? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that comes to the point too, like, you know, us from the outside looking in, we can tell people that they're obese, we can tell them they're fat, we can tell them whatever they want, we can be worried about their health and all of that. But what if the person is actually happy? What if
yeah.
they are confident in their body? What if they are really in tune with self love and they really don't care what other people think? That's also a possibility too that we have to look at. There are a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
out here that are really that confident. They really are okay in the bodies that they're in. So it
yep, yep,
doesn't
yep.
matter what health issues they have or how we see it from the outside looking in. Genuinely, if a person is happy living how they're living, right, they're not going to care about anything that society is saying to them. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Now
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
the issue comes to the people who are unhappy, who go through depression, who want to do all of these things and are being held back because of their insecurity, because of their weight, you know what I mean? Or like you said, doing things out of toxic positivity just because, you know, whatever. But we can't go ahead and not say that sometimes people choose to just be happy. You know what I mean? And who are we to tell somebody because they're a certain weight or they work, they walk this earth, being confident with their head up high, that that's wrong because they are a certain size. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we can't just
Mm-mm.
strip somebody from their happiness and their confidence because we see it as, oh well, they're obese. Like, some people really are confident and happy
Yep, yep. And they love themselves and
and
they
they
embrace
love
it.
that. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
yep,
So,
yep.
and that message to society, to kids, right? That's the positive message. The positive message is, oh no, go be fat. No, that's not the message. The message is, hey, you can look different and still feel good about yourself. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But in order to give that message, you have to really live in that power, right? So if you
Yep.
are an artist, you are in the spotlight, and you are of that caliber of weight and stuff like that, right? Then you have to carry yourself like that in every situation of, I'm confident, hey guys, like, especially if you're on TV shows or whatever you're doing that's putting yourself out there, right? You're going to speak your truth. But if you're out here, telling everybody to F off and you're pretending to be confident, and then you go on a talk show host and the issue is weight and you're talking to people about how insecure you are with weight, but then through all of your social activities and everything, you're promoting on how happy you are through your weight, that's a false narrative because
Yeah, yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Your confidence at that point isn't real. You're faking it until you make it.
Yep, yep, yep.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I don't know. It's
100%. And
tough.
that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, when you get to that position, you need to realize again the influence you have and don't contradict yourself. Don't be acting a certain way, but the message you're putting out contradicts that. It's just not going to work. Everyone needs to be real with themselves. Jamie says here, No one is born obese. You made that choice.
I don't
That's
know.
what
Some
Jamie's
kids.
saying.
You never watched Maury or like Steve Wilkos or like Jerry Springer.
Jamie and Mac.
I'm just saying, yo, like we never watch TV. Like, yo, there's a whole segment on parents. You know, like seriously, there was a whole segment. I don't know if it was Maury or whatever show it was, but you know, they label that as child abuse to a certain extent too. Like, if your child is over a certain weight, is that child abuse, right? So there's a lot of people out here too, like that don't realize, like, you're absolutely right. Nobody is born obese, but we are cultivated and raised and everything around us sets us up for that lifestyle. And if you don't have what? Go ahead.
No, I even wanted to add to what you're saying, like how we're raised here. Do you feel like it boils down to a lot of our cultures as well?
Absolutely.
Because like
African culture,
African culture, bro.
Big plates, we
big
love
plates, bare carbs.
We love it,
bro. At 4
and
o'clock
we
in the
love
morning,
it.
At 4 o'clock in the morning, you smell a fucking pernil and you know, like, you smell pork and
the mad cooking, yeah.
And the fucking the fat, you know what I mean? You're sleeping, you're like, you know what I mean? And that's what you're eating all day long, because everybody knows in a Spanish household, whatever's cooked during the day, that's what the fuck you're eating all day. Whether you're gonna take that rice and make egg, you know what I mean? You're either gonna take the rice and you're gonna make eggs, you know, or you're gonna take the meat and make a sandwich, but you're eating the same shit all day, right? Off of that one meal. So culture absolutely plays into that, because
the cookouts is different.
Yeah, what are we taught though too? We're taught to eat our food, right? We're taught to eat all our food, right? Like, not to leave anything on the plate, right? Like, there's so many people in the world starving, right? Like, so.
But to carry on from that, you can eat all of that and still be healthy, because you can go and exercise later on. If you're monitoring the fact that you've ate a lot and you put in. Trust me, there's slim people that eat a lot of food as well.
But
no, there is 100%. But what about the uncles and that? Like, you hardly see skinny uncles and that.
Yeah. And then when you see,
you feel me, like
right.
A lot of it can
build out to culture, with the big belly.
But not to say that obviously because you got African culture or whatever, like that makes you bigger and stuff. But it definitely like culture does.
Hey Jamie, you're playing the YouTube in the background, so it's echoing. So,
is it?
Yeah, mute. Yeah, mute. Have you got another window open with YouTube open?
I don't think that.
I hear
because I can hear it echoing. Yeah.
Is it still echoing?
Yeah, that's better now. That's better. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, go on. You've come up.
I just want to say one thing as well. I want to say one thing. Yeah. Anyone that's locked in right now, like, please take this as educational.
Yes.
Points and stuff like that, because that's another thing, you know. Big people, they like to be very dismissive and very sensitive. It's like any topic in the world, like right now, we can talk about a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like the moment us people start taking things as educational things instead of like people trying to get onto people, a lot of the world will be different and a lot of things will change. And it's not even just for big people, but skinny people could be very unhealthy as well, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Going to go eat is way more appealing than, hey, let's go to the gym. I'm just saying, you feel me? Like, I get a text message that says, hey, you want to go eat? I'm gonna go eat. I got a text that said, let's go to the gym. I'm be like,
No, but that's what I said. It has to be educational though.
You have to embrace the gym now.
Like Rhino, remember like when we was doing the whole quinoa, the bulgur wheat stuff?
Yeah,
everything was educational. You feel me? We never dissed each other. We never said, nah, the rice thing's mad. It became banter. We educated ourselves so well. If you was eating normal rice and not bulgur wheat or quinoa, that we used to laugh at each other like, "Raw, you dealing with the white rice there?" You feel me? So I feel like it's just being educated, because a lot of people want to lose weight, bro, but they just don't know where to start. I feel like that's a lot of problems for a lot of people. You feel me? They just don't know where to start. And they're not educated well, you feel me? So definitely take care of education, man.
Let me go through these comments quickly, then we're gonna get into what Jamie thinks. Big up Jamie in the building. Big up CK as well.
Big up everyone.
Big up. Big up the chat as well, man. The chat's moving decent, man. Let me do a like check quickly, man. Like police.
Hey, trust me, you don't know man's here, fam. Come on, hey, this is a conversation.
People are still on 12, man. Come on, man. I'm not happy now. I'm sad now. I'm sad. Listen, like the video, people. Let me go through the chat convo and the comments. Where are we? So I think I've gone through them actually, pretty much. Okay, Waki's just laughing. Bia agrees. Culture is a big factor, 100%. She to keep it lit. A lot of things. Yeah, this era has become very, very sensitive. Very sensitive. To the point that that's what kind of encourages toxic positivity.
Absolutely.
Because it's like you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, but you just want to force the positive. It's too. There has to be a line, man.
My feelings hurt every day.
Yeah, yeah.
I grew up every day. My feelings was hurt. Okay, every day. And I know that sounds crazy, but like, yo, it's true. Like nowadays, you can't say shit to anybody without them being like, "Oh my God, I'm so offended." It's so bad. This is how sensitive the generation is. You don't even have to be talking about them, but they'll squeeze their foot so far into a shoe that doesn't even pertain to them just because they're insecure about some other shit or whatever they got going on in their own head. You understand what I'm saying? People just, they're so sensitive that people that don't even relate to the topic have to feel like they have to speak on it.
Chime in. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how sensitive the generation is.
Yeah, facts. 100%, man. 100%. Jamie, you made some comments. You said being obese isn't healthy no matter how you paint it. And another interesting comment you made was no one's born obese. You made that choice. I think you probably had an exclamation mark at the end of that choice, the way you said it. You know what I mean? So no one can force feed you. Plus,
you're violating.
When you look in the mirror, take some responsibility. That's what Jamie's saying. Go on, Jamie. Talk about it, man. Talk about it.
Wait. Why am I violating?
How can I say you chose to be like that? It's your fault.
I'm just saying, obviously,
that's real though.
When you get to a certain age, you make your own decisions, no?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I don't disagree, but I just say you're violating again, bro.
But you see what I mean? See, maybe CK is the problem. Look, I don't disagree, but you're violating. See, like, which one is it? CK, which one?
No, word.
Said it like, cool. There's a way. Cool. See how people.
So you're saying that his method of delivery, basically.
You're saying he should sugarcoat it, basically.
Yeah.
But why sugarcoat it though?
Cutting out sugar right now, though, so that's not a thing.
Sugarcoat it, innit? I'm just saying, bossy. Why you said it, fam?
I don't think it's a violation. You just gotta be educational, bro. It's facts. It's just pure facts, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. People don't listen to understand. People listen to respond.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it is.
Don't let that go over your head.
Don't.
Say it one more time for them, Jamie. I don't think the people
people don't listen to understand. People listen to respond.
Yes. Facts.
That's it.
Facts. I'm gonna do that clicking thing. That's what you lot do. That clicking. Yeah.
I'm not trying to violate nobody, but I'm just saying, like, when do we start asking people to take responsibility for their own actions?
Yeah,
because I think the main topic you lot are talking about is should obese people pay for more than one
plane tickets? Yeah, more than one ticket on the plane. Yeah.
Oh, you should know yourself. I'm obese. You should know yourself the way the plane's set up. You see what I'm trying to say to you? It's not the plane's fault. It's not nobody else's fault. It's you. You don't fit the requirements, so it's on you.
We don't fit the requirements is kind of unintended, but it's all right. I like to keep
I'm just saying, innit? I don't know how to sugarcoat it. I'm just saying, for me personally, innit? That's how I see it.
Magpies says, I'm listening to music, so I'm busy. Big up Magpies. But I'll just say, obese people are not special and shouldn't be treated as such.
Thank you.
They need to stop They need to stop shoving food in their fucking mouth. Nah, Magpies is moving crazy.
Now he's
okay, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that bit.
By the way, listen, I got my disclaimer here, so I've kept it on the screen.
I don't put me in that disclaimer as well. I don't agree with that.
Oh no.
Yeah, like can you
So-
add us to the end of that? Like it just says Rhino.
reflect the image of these podcasts. They are
It don't.
personal opinions.
Mag means it. Jada's Jada's laughing. She's like, whoa. Hey. She said, give me a whoa. Give me a whoa. Magpie's is
a fat person does something to me.
Is that the only way that you can become obese though? Like let's just be real. Like,
he robbed him or something. I'm telling
how
you.
about we talk about this?
He's got something personal.
When does obesity start?
Yeah.
Because if it's a choice, right? If no one is born to be obese, then when does it start?
I think when you become conscious of what's around you, you know, like I could think of the only examples I could think of is like when you go to like school and you start to see how other people maneuver and how other people, I don't know, dress or whatever the case may be. You start looking at your own self.
Word.
Yeah.
Cause you know what? Don't get it twisted, yeah. And you look, I'm gonna show you something so funny. Rhino knows this as well. As mager as I am, bro, I used to be fat. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah.
As mager as I am, I used to be fat. And you know what it was, yeah? I felt less confident in myself, so I realized it was something I was doing. Because I never grew up fat. It was just a point in my life where I just started stuffing my face and shit like that, yeah? Then got to the point, stopped, lost all that weight, started smoking, things like that. And since then, I haven't put the weight back on. So really and truly, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's possible, yeah, if you try. But if you don't try, you can't blame anybody but yourself.
Exactly. You have to take responsibility for your own actions. Again, like I said, no one's force feeding you. You're deciding to go and get that McD's. You decided to go get that 2 liter of Pepsi or Coke, or whatever the case may be. You're spending money on all of these things.
JV's.
Instead of investing in
it's true. I'm laughing because I've been there, you know. You just get that big bottle of fizzy, and it's like, it's Friday.
At the end of the day,
it's Friday. Fuck it.
It's Friday. Fuck it. Let's go.
At the end of the day, we are our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
We talk ourselves into these things. We talk ourselves out of these things. It's as simple as that. Instead of going to get a meal or 4 or 5 meals, cut it down to 2 or 3.
Right.
Go for a brisk walk every like 5 minutes or whatever the case may be. It's on the individual. Literally, it's on the individual.
Magpie says here again, you see body positivity being promoted, and people say if someone is proud of being obese, it's body confidence, but it's not. It's delusion. I actually agree with that.
Obesity, it's not healthy. Literally, don't like the first person that popped into mind is Big Pun.
I was trying to bring him up. He couldn't even carry his casket out. Right.
Cold rapper. Cold. One of my favorites.
Then we look at what Fat Joe said. He said, I looked what happened to Big Pun. I realized I had to lose weight.
And he did.
I'm going to die.
And he did.
Die. It's as simple as that. Like,
he looks different. But he did. He lost that weight. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't you think it's ironic? And his name's Fat Joe.
Exactly.
It's ironic, isn't it? And he still knew that he wanted to lose weight. He didn't care about his name or his brand. He said, I want to lose weight. Now he's Slim Joe, you know?
Yeah. Big
but that's what you said too, you know what I mean? Like, because when we were talking about artists, that goes back to what I said when we started. A lot of these artists, you know, they start in with that, you know, love themselves or whatever, but once they get in deep and they start making the money that they need to make, and they're in the environments to provide themselves that healthier lifestyle, they absolutely do. I'm pretty sure if everybody had a choice to go get a personal trainer tomorrow, whether they wanted to lose weight or not, whether it was just to make your body stronger, make you physically, mentally better, everybody would go pay for a life coach and a physical and a trainer. Why wouldn't you if you could afford it?
And even to add to that as well, you can make losing weight fun. And that's one thing. Me, I used to love going to the gym. But then obviously I had to balance. Me, the only reason I stopped going to the gym is because I started to get crazy migraines. And the migraine kind of section is... No, I'm saying... With migraines are complicated, innit? So the proper migraines, I'm talking about the ones where it affects your vision. You feel like you're throwing up those ones. That's the kind of migraines I get. Obviously, they've gone down a lot. So you have to figure out what it is. Are you sleeping too much? Are you undersleeping, oversleeping? Are you working too hard? Are you not drinking enough water and all of that stuff? And even then, it's very complicated. So when something's in football, that's how I stopped playing football. I used to be semi-pro when I was younger. But because I realized I'm getting too many migraines, it put me off gym and football. So you have to work out other ways to lose weight or other ways to be healthy. And I forgot where I was going with this point, though. I had to say, it's just gone out of my head. My whole point is you can work around workarounds, basically. Like make gym fun. That's where I was going. Make gym fun. I play the Wii. Bruv, I'm running with the Wii, I'm jogging, and then the Wii's measuring my weight every week, and I haven't been playing it recently. I put my hands up, but it makes it fun. It tells you how much weight you are. It tells you in what times you want to lose and how much you want to lose. You can do aerobics, you could do like sprinting, you could play games, skiing, and it's all to do with losing weight and being more healthy. It's sick.
There's
no excuse. A Wii's what, £20 now? Buy a couple little nunchucks and that. We fits like a $5 in that.
Even YouTube, bro. Even YouTube. You can find someone on YouTube who's going to make the thing fun for you. And that's
Zumba and all that shit, bro. Remember
Zumba and all of that. Yep.
I think it's just about being
Big up my mum. My mum does Zumba as well. She goes to Zumba classes and all of that, aerobics and that.
I feel like insecurity just holds you back and it keeps you trapped in your head.
We are our own worst enemies. I'm going to keep saying that.
Yeah, you have to get out your own way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
AB123 dog. Big up.
I
Being
love
overweight. Jamie's read it. Being overweight is a choice. No one is born obese. You become obese because of marketing, social constructs, and pressures. Also, parents are to display and lead by example of positive eating. Yes.
Yep.
100%. 100%. Jade is talking about Gucci Mane glowing up. Facts. Gucci Mane's cold as well. He's cold. And yeah, what Alyssa's in the comments and she's live. Listen, multitasking. That's what females say they're good at. Multitasking. So you see, she's talking live and she's doing better than me right now. I can't handle. There's too many comments, man. I'm a guy. I can't handle it. There's too much going on. You know what I'm saying? But big up though. But yeah, man, 100%. It would be nice to get a few more parents in here and talk about what you said about is it abuse if your child's overweight and stuff. Because I think that would be very, very. Go on, Jamie. Talk about.
I think it is. I think I've seen in America. I think the baby was like 1 or 2 years old, and the mother was feeding a double cheeseburger.
Whoa!
The blood cancer, dog.
Wow!
A double cheeseburger.
Double cheeseburger to a 1-year-old.
That is child abuse.
That's abuse.
That is child abuse.
That is child abuse.
It is. You can't spin that. You know what I mean? Like
I am shocked.
That is, but again, it's America. No offense,
right?
Your kid is
that's how I wanted to go into it, Alyssa. Like in America, like Ben, I can see your comment now. If you've put any previous comments, I can't see it unless my mods have cleaned it up or my system's on strict. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check. But I'm gonna check in a minute, Ben. Give me a sec. But go into that, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So if people are feeding their kids these kind of I'm sure that's mad. But in America though, is overweight more embraced? Because I see size triple XL, 4XL, 5XL. We don't have that here. Certain places might have that size, but in America, you lot got some mad sizes and that. Like, you feel me?
Even the pizzas.
You know what I think it is, though?
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, because I don't think it's that it's accepted. I think it's that it goes back to the generation being very sensitive. So we live in a world where people are constantly expressing that they feel discriminated against, they feel left out, they feel like they don't have anything that's theirs, right? So what used to happen back in the day, right? And even here in the US, right? People used to go to the store and they had no choice but to kind of lose the weight or fit into that pair of jeans or fit into that shirt, or they knew that when they went to the store, right, that a double XL was the largest size, right? So they had to order all their stuff online. I think within the generation and the like how evolution has become, right, and how sensitive people have become, I think it's not that obesity or I don't think anything has.
But isn't that toxic positivity though?
Yes.
Isn't that technically toxic positivity? But
what it is, it's the people's fault, because instead of them doing the healthy thing, they just want to be accepted. So what they do is they go to social media and they cry and they find people who are like-minded. You understand what I'm saying? And they build these big groups, and then that's how you get protests. And now we're standing for something, and now it's a message, right? And now it becomes a movement. So now you go to the store, and what's the movement? That you could buy a shirt that fits 6 of you. You know what I mean? Like,
crazy, bro.
I think that's really the issue. I think the issue is that it's become very normal to say. It's become very easy to give people what they want instead of holding them accountable for what's right.
Facts.
Because it doesn't matter the size that's in the store, Rhino. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, that stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the biggest size in the store. At the end of the day, people with what they feel within inside themselves, that's a real feeling, right? So just because social media, right, is giving out this message and these bigger people or whatever, but behind closed doors, like you said, our worst enemy is ourselves, but our biggest haters are our family, or our biggest, the people who tell us the truth are our family, right? So we grow up with our moms, our dads, our sisters, our brothers, our cousins, their friends. You understand what I'm saying? That talk shit. You know what I mean? So it builds that insecurity with you in your IRL. So some of these people go online to get that persona of, yeah, you know what, I'm comfortable, I'm living in me, so that they can deflect from what it is that the people in their actual physical lives are telling them. But I'm pretty sure if you sit down with family members of these people, they will tell you the same thing that we're talking about here. I am concerned because, you know what? Yeah, when they eat, they can't close their mouth and they breathe and they're choking on their food. When they sleep, they're gargling their saliva and spit in air, and they sound like a 300-pound cattle is about to. We're in the fucking scene of Lion King or something. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, that's real though. You know what I mean? Like, growing up, my family was my worst critic. No matter what I did, they were my critics. You know what I mean? Whether it was rapping, dancing, anything I did, it was, yo, maybe you should, maybe that.
Yeah, and that's what you need, though. You need the realness.
But that's realness. What I'm saying. We get our,
and I feel like you know what it is. Yeah, we're gonna talk about truth versus lies as well, because this is very important as to why people don't want to be truthful with each other, and how truthful do you want people to really be? People really don't like the truth, and we're going to talk about it. I think I'll schedule that for 2 weeks.
No temperature.
No temper. Listen, say it as it is. Say it as it is. And if you can give the truth, you should be able to take the truth as well.
Absolutely. You can't dish it out and not take it.
That's what I'm saying, 100%, man. Smurf says you've seen a lady give a baby a sip of Corona. Listen,
that's child abuse.
I've seen
okay, but then in Spanish cultures and some cultures, right, when babies are teething, they put rum.
I know that.
To numb their
So that's what. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
there's a context behind it. Yeah.
About the
if she's giving the baby the sip, like happy birthday, take a sip. That's nuts. You feel me?
What's wrong with magpies? Sorry.
There was a lady, right, who was giving her kid.
We're gonna get into it still.
Twisted teas, and she didn't know that the twisted tea had alcohol in it. Like, the lady never ever drank a twisted tea ever. She just thought it was a regular tea, and she was literally giving her kids twisted teas. They were like 6, 7, 8 years old.
They must have been getting yacked.
You know.
I seen the one where the mum gives her son a spliff to smoke and that. You seen that one as well?
Yeah, the thing about marijuana now, right? We're gonna go into borderline. Babies, absolutely not. But when you're getting in now with medicinal marijuana and stuff like that, right? And they're saying that it's healthy. I mean, not everybody's smoking, but there are kids that are intaking this motherfucker. There are kids that are intaking, marijuana now for medical reasons at certain ages.
CK's got the medicine on deck.
What are you saying? That's the Cali, yeah? don't tell me Star Dog. Don't tell me Star Dog.
Nah, man, this is even better.
I actually decided I needed to stop smoking yesterday.
We say cereal milk.
Yeah, but some Cali
too. Yeah.
I like cereal milk.
By the way, we don't co-sign what he's doing.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't.
Disclaimer's there.
This does not represent MGT.
Yeah. No.
Medicinal.
Big up
I've got a card here.
You got papers, yo.
Oh, you got a card, yeah.
Yeah, he suffers from PTSD, man.
Yeah,
Magpies.
everybody get online as well.
Yeah. It's true. Magpies says here, guys, I weigh 300 kg and I've got fat because I eat the entire McDonald's menu 10 times a day for me. No, do you know why this is funny? Because people actually think like this, you know.
Yeah.
Like, where's the accountability?
If you are,
where is it? People actually think like this.
Buying healthy food is expensive though, and that's what we also have to. We can't do that either. We can't say that it's not cheaper. Why is it cheaper to go buy a burger for $1, but we can't get a salad for $1? Why is that?
That's very true.
Because they want people to get fat and die.
Right. So at the end of the day, we have to also see it from that point of view that half of our society is broke and struggling.
Yeah.
So yes, people are eating ramen noodles and the mac and cheeses off the shelf and all the stuff that is unhealthy because it's cheaper to buy.
Yeah, I get it.
Right.
But to counteract that, it's still on the individual. Yes, I could be eating unhealthy, but I could still be working out.
I hear that.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Yeah.
I hear the balance. If you know you're not in a position to whatever, or you can't go to the gym, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't get up and go take a walk every few whatever, or look up
do some press
video like you said, and just exercise in your living room. I understand that completely. Absolutely, I agree with that.
Ben here says,
Ben said,
yeah. Can you not put anorexia with obese as a medical health situation? The same energy is not applied for anorexia people. You guys talk to me about it. He wants to go first.
Hey, listen, I'll go first. You get it. Cool. Say nothing. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah.
How old are you, CK?
With me, I'm 21. Yeah.
Just for the people to know, yeah.
Cool. I'm just going to show everyone this. You get. See, in our day and age, yeah, you have slim gal out here trying to fat shame big gal. Yeah. But it's like, more time whenever I look at it, if you want honesty, cool. Being fat is nothing to be proud of. Yeah. But being skinny isn't something to be proud of either.
Exactly.
Do you get it? Because like, cool, you can cuss a person, yeah, for being fat. Fam, that person's got more meat on their body than you. If something happens to you, yeah, fam, God forbid, yeah. You see most of these youths out here, you see that they get stabbed. Why? Because they're skinny as fuck. They're bony diggers, bro. Like, what the hell? There's nothing cushioning that. Do you get it? So at the same time, you can cuss a fat person, bro. We can cuss you for being skinny. I get cussed for being mug all the time. Yeah, so what?
Well, then that comes.
Yeah, that's where I'm at fault. I need to look at myself and say, yeah, I need to put on a bit more weight.
Then I feel with what you just said, right?
Us fat people, but at the end of the day, being fat isn't the best thing to do either. You get it? It's good to have like a decent amount of meat on your body.
So to summarize up what he's saying and to answer Ben, at the end of the day, the conversation is not being fat or skinny. The conversation is about being healthy.
Yeah.
And taking accountability. It works both ways. Because I've seen people who are anorexic or whatever. Well, I haven't seen personally, but any documentaries I've seen, they go around vomiting and doing the most madness. And that's on the individual. No one told you to stick your fingers down your throat and vomit.
Bro,
but that also comes with mental health though too. A lot of people, and I know because listen, I'm that person too, okay? I'm the person who I fight very hard with mind over matter when it comes to people saying, you know, oh, I can't, or I need a pill so that I could feel right. And what I've learned is that at the end of the day, right, I can't put myself in that person's shoes because I don't know what it is to have demons talking to me all day, talking about, yo, you just ate, throw that up, you know, or yo, you're stressed out, go eat, you know, a gallon of ice cream. You know what I mean? Whatever it is for people, you don't know what the demons in the conversation, they're in your head, your own head, right?
True.
But I think what it is that what we want to promote people is just to be a little bit more mentally stronger without relying on the validation of somebody else to tell you you're sick or that you need help, or there, like what he's saying, there should be a level of accountability you take within yourself, because you have to notice that you have an issue. You have to take responsibility for the issue that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the like the steps of recovery from like addiction? First step is to admit that you have a problem.
And that kind of wraps up everything we've been saying. Take that first step. We've got so many facilities now. We're in a day and age where we're so lucky, especially if you're in the UK, you don't pay for health services. And America, you can still go on the internet. You can still speak to people. People are well informed nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Go on, CK. Say what you're gonna say. Then, actually, let me go into the comments quickly. Magpie says shitty food is cheaper to make. We spoke about that already. Ben says you see mental health quickly labeled for skinny people, but why not obese people? That's a good point. I can see where you're going with that. You know, there should be places that they can go to get help, whether it's mentally and all of that. Yeah, I see that. Hence obese people carrying out gastric bypass. Interesting. I see where you're going with it. CK, what did you have to say?
No,
Kizzy, you there?
Yeah, go on. Was good still.
Yeah, 100%, man. Listen,
the gastric
couple of minutes, we're gonna wrap up. Still, people, we're an hour and 26 minutes in. But
a lot of people don't have that choice though, and I think that's too something that like we don't talk about is like the changes of your body when you do add all of that weight to you, right? So like you can be as big as you want, but when you start to lose that weight, right, and your skin starts to fall and it starts to look disgusting, you don't have a choice but to go get surgery, and that's a whole another thing too.
Yeah,
that's scary in itself, So,
and I have something else to say as well. You know one thing that guys need to stop doing? Yeah, I stopped this time ago, so I can say this now. You get it? Yeah, guys need to stop encouraging fat bitches to keep getting fat and stay with their weight. Bro, I see it on Instagram all the time. Like, I'm thinking, what the hell, guys do? Like on a G thing, you see guys in comments saying, "Oh, your body looks so good."
I love that he said that.
Look at all of that. Like, what do you mean? Look at all of that, bro? That's nothing but fat. It's not ass. It's not breast. It's fat.
Listen, I love that he said that. Not
toxic positivity.
Shit like that. It's
not the whole like you're fat, but I will say this. I definitely love what he's saying.
If you look at it,
because what it is.
I'm like chicks.
In a relationship, when you get with somebody and you're in a relationship with them, like that plays a factor too. The person that you're with, your spouse, like. Some people don't take your health serious either. So as much as you express to them that you want to lose weight, you want to do this, they keep you engaged in bad habits, right? And it's what he said. Then it becomes an issue of where, oh, I think you're beautiful. Well, who else matters? You're beautiful to me. Well, it fucking matters, bro. It matters how I feel about me. I don't care how beautiful you think I am. If I don't feel good, right, then respect that boundary and help me get to where I feel good, or get out my way. Because if I'm getting out my own way and you're standing in my way, now you have to get out my way.
No, 100%.
It goes back to the individual at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. That yeah. All right, but listen, big up my guy Chinks. Yeah, Chinks says he likes big gals, but just not too big.
Not too.
And he's followed up here.
Talked about being honest. So, like, when are you honest with your spouse and you're like, "Hey, babe, we gotta go to the gym this week," or "Hey, babe, let's go ahead and get on that."
Bro,
diet.
I was the same way. I used to
like
like big gal as well, but it's like, bro, really and truly,
I got snacks.
There comes a point when you're with that big gal, you turn around and tell her you're a bit too big, I'm not gonna
but listen, CK, wait a second. I just want to big up my guy Chinks Face. Follow his channel. He does content as well. That's my guy. You're gonna see me on his shows as well. Still, I'm gonna get him on a few of our shows as well. Big up my guy. But he's keeping it real. He said, "Look, big girl, keep him warm at night. They've always got snacks." Hey, big up.
Again,
I think DJ said, "Look, I love all women in all shapes and sizes." Big up DJ taking over.
That's a lie.
My guy, love man. He says, "Love my people." Big up the panel, man. Yep, big up.
You already know the vibes.
Big up. You lot subscribe to his channel right now. Right now, subscribe. Just type Chinks Phase and subscribe, man. But listen, we're gonna wrap it up, man, because I think if I don't wrap it up soon, we're gonna go all night. So, listen. The moral of this show is, people, just take accountability, man. if you feel like you're obese and you're watching this program, take in what we're saying. You know, if you're watching this again as a replay, listen, leave a comment. Tell us your experiences. People in the chat, I want to know your experiences. Leave some comments under the video. Talk to me. Let's start a conversation, man. Tell me if you're big, you're small. I want to know some more, examples of what you've seen around you. You might be from a certain place. You've got certain things around you. You might be from a certain culture. You know, your culture kind of encourages, being big and whatnot. I just want to hear all your stories, people, man. If you've got any suggestions, put them in, man. But listen, thank you for people for locking in. Alyssa, what was you going to say?
I was saying, love yourself, guys. You love yourself.
Yeah, love yourself.
To want to live longer. Love yourself enough to want to better the quality of your life. Okay, because that's a part of loving yourself. Loving yourself is not just saying, "Hey, I feel great and I'm good." Put some action to that. Show yourself how important you are to you.
Yep. Facts.
And people,
W podcast.
Listen to understand. Don't listen to respond.
Listen. I'm gonna write that there right now.
Don't you dare. Don't
listen
to understand.
And remember, guys, the conversation is being healthy and accountability. Okay.
No shots.
Being healthy and accountability.
No shots.
No shots. Just a
Everyone is beautiful in and out, but we can do better.
Yeah, all of us.
Everyone in ourselves. And remember, take accountability for your own actions. Don't blame it on anybody else because you have the ability to change.
Big words from CK. CK is always trolling, but he's got the big words in him. You feel me?
It's the medicinal.
Rocky says facts. It's the medicine. He's not here, but he's good. Listen, W podcast as always, man. Big up everyone that tuned in as well. Like the video, people. We didn't get our 20 mark today, man. I don't know how to feel.
Come on, guys. 16 people in the chat watching. If you haven't dropped that follow, drop that follow, please.
Maybe we shouldn't just stream next week because they're not going to like the video. Do you know what I mean? Maybe we should just go about our day and not dedicate an hour and a half.
No, 50 likes.
Giving people that content. You know what I mean?
50 likes.
It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Okay.
Listen.
So
anyways,
I'm all here trying to prepare salad and
prepare salad. If I tell you, if I show you the firms what firm sent me, you lot will laugh. Firm's about to order some food. Yeah, if I show you what he said.
No, we're going to order me some food soon. Toxic positivity.
Listen, educate. I've been educated, homie. Everyone should be educated.
If you guys know what F&R Firms is about to order right now, yeah, and he's asking me. He asked me, "Is it bad I ordered this?" While I'm on the show.
In the middle of our conversation, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Alyssa, thank you. Listen, you guys, Alyssa, tell the people where they can find you because I always forget to make everyone shout themselves out. Tell the people where they can find you, man. Tell them a bit more about what you do and whatnot.
I'm a leader. At this point, I woke up today and I am a leader. I do a lot of things for a lot of things, but I'm a streamer. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a content creator. Out of Pocket RP. We got Only Grinders Clan. We got the Original Gamers Network. You feel me? We got the podcasting stuff. We got a lot of shit going on.
W's, man. Nothing but W's.
Girl Gone Wild 9-2 is literally my social platform through everything. You could type it in and I will come up on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's literally the same handle for everything.
But Alyssa, what was I gonna say? What made you go wild? Where does your name come from?
Okay. Girl Gone Wild. So for anybody who's a gamer or a real gamer, I'm gonna say that. All right. I used to play SOCOM.
So some people are not real gamers. Big up the guys that are not real gamers.
None of these people in this day and age are real gamers.
And random and stuff.
Anyway, let me tell the story real quick so we get out of here. All right. Because you asked the question, let me answer. Right? Let me get
let Alyssa answer. We're gonna get. You're not getting away with that. Don't go anywhere, CK. We're coming back to that.
Listen. SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs, right? It was a military game, right? So I was younger than all my cousins. And
what, Alyssa? Is that the game where you have to drop bombs on the ships and that?
No.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Is that Battleship?
No.
I think it's Battleship where you have to press the X and that.
It is Battleship. Y'all are fucking dumb. I'm not telling y'all.
Nah, go on. I just want to know so that when I'm listening to you, I know I'm picking up the story and I know what I'm imagining at the same time. You feel me? When you're talking about, go on.
So my cousins and all of that, they all had gaming systems and stuff like that, right? And they were heavy gamers. So my cousin had a girlfriend, and his name was Sauerkraut or some shit like that, a Sauerkraut or some shit, right? And her name was yeah. and her name was like the old girl gone wild. So long story short, they broke up. And he gave me the PlayStation, right? So I'm a kid. I just logged on online. All the information was already there. I've been old girl gone wild since I was 9 years old.
Oh, that's it. Crazy.
Since I was 9 years old, this has been my name. So then when I moved into the community for like 2K and content creating, they call me OG, so it doesn't matter. And then the wild now kind of represents me because people know, like, well, I've grown a lot, thank God, right? But like, I'm really a no give a fuck type of person. I tell you how it is. I'm just, and I don't care about people's. I never cared about people's feelings. So that's what I'm saying. I'm a little bit more
typical American, basically.
Yeah. I guess. But, and I'm from New York, so I guess it's bad.
Oh,
but
New York, big up New York though.
But no, like seriously, like growing up, I was just really a savage. Like I really just didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So going into what I do, like now, especially like on socials and stuff, I think that's where it comes. So people call me OG. They see me as an OG, right? And then Girl Gone Wild is just like I'm always doing some wild shit. Like I'm saying something wild. I'm doing something like everything that I do is to the fucking next level. It's extreme. Like I can never do anything that's just on a basic normal scale. I can't even speak normal. I gotta. I can't. Everything I do is just on some next level shit. But the name comes from that. My cousin had a gamer girlfriend. They broke up, and he gave me her PlayStation, and I've been I've been Girl Gone Wild. The O comes from the original gamer stuff.
Okay, so, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
big up the original gamers. There's a lot of them in the chat as well. Listen, you original gamers, big up yourselves.
We are a brand. We are a movement. We are an experience. Okay.
Obviously, I'm trying to be
something you experience.
Part of it, but
my 1v1 we'll move on.
Oh, certain people are ducking your 1v1, and they call themselves original gamers. Wow.
I see A&R, I see music producer, I see host. Like, y'all want to play me? Put some money on it.
Oh snap!
But don't worry, friends, you're good. The US dollar is not as strong as a pound.
I'm not using that much.
Wait, give me a phone. Hey. Okay, all right, I'm done. We got our 17 likes though. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I need 20. We passed 15. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Big up, man.
We got 17.
Big up, man. Gifted Chick Smurf, all you guys. Big up, man. Jamie, where can they find you, man?
I'm not even on the socials like that.
Jamie's low key.
Find me on Rhino's thing.
Yeah. Pause.
Wife, that.
Pause. I'm sorry, chat.
I'm gonna go.
Please.
But yeah,
you just gotta talk to it, Jamie. You just gotta talk to it.
Hey, what can you say there? Yo, I can't lie. I love when Americans say, yo. I love when Americans say it. Yeah. That man said you're cancelled.
I'm done, yeah.
Hey, look, Black Ghost said. You're getting it in the comments, Jay. He's good.
Yeah, that was poor still.
Yo,
it's all right. We'll remove him.
Please drop a like. It takes 2 seconds to drop a like.
Please.
Sign in and drop a sub, man.
Yeah, please, man. I appreciate it, man. Firms, where can they find you, man? What do you do? Talk to them.
FNR Beats, alright, cool. Biggest producer anywhere, you feel me? You know how we do it.
Gang.
Feel me? Find me on Twitch, FNR Beats. Find me on YouTube, FNR Beats. Instagram, FNR Beats. On Twitter, FNR Beats. Anything, you feel me? Anything you use.
It's called X, excuse me. Hello.
With an S, not a Z. Oh yeah, the X, the whatever.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, yeah,
it's a new day.
Oh, they've changed it, innit? Yeah, what is? Alright, we'll talk about.
X.
Yes, I thingy. What's my man's name? Is it Elon Musk?
Elon Musk, yeah.
He's on one still. All that money he's just making it. He's bored. Elon Musk is bored. But big up Elon Musk though. Listen, if somehow you maybe hear this comment, listen. If you want to invest into this show, we can talk. You know, talk to the people and how you got so big on Twitter and what made you purchase Twitter and stuff, and what made you think of the genius, idea of changing it to X. Big up yourself, Elon, man.
No Twitter fingers. Now it's X. You get canceled. You heard?
And even the comments say, what behave?
I'm done.
Do you know what saying I like? What I've heard recently, mud. Like that's the new. Is that the new thing? Like, what's good, my mud? What's good, mud? I've been hearing it a lot. I'm thinking, is this the new American lingo?
Why everything got to be blamed on us?
The mud. No one here says mud.
I'm not saying mud.
Oh, I've never heard it.
I never hear that. I've never heard that.
Hey, Woki, we know what sites you watch, Woki. We know what sites. We know what sites you watch.
Naughty Woki, fam. What?
Naughty Woki. Hey, your name's Woki as well.
Naughty Woki.
I'm not gonna lie. The way Twitter was promoting porn shit, X might as well be a porn site.
Yeah, fact. Twitter.
I feel bad for all the
if you know, you know.
Figured out that we can see what they like. I don't know how to have it. Like, yo, we talk about accountability, chat, and I know this is not the podcast, but you see your homeboy liking porn, especially your older folks. Look out for your older people, guys. Hit them with a message room and let them know people can see what you like.
Rado, that might have to be another topic.
What's wrong with liking it? Yeah,
because porn is a serious addiction.
It's porn and addiction. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it,
especially if you're an incel.
A lot of these guys out here, trust me.
Woki saying, how you know? Listen, I could just tell, man. I could just tell. Listen, it's down bad. Wow, why is it wild? Jada says, where is it? I'm sure I saw Dobby great podcast as well. Listen, people, thank you for the love. We're out, man. We're out. Listen, I need to put this outro on and we need to get out of it, people.
Yeah, down bad. I know he definitely has read it and that.
CK, quickly. Talk about more what you do and let's go. Keep it brief though. Sorry, I know you didn't get enough airtime, but listen, go on.
See me? I'm a creative person. Just leave it as that for now. I'm a creative person.
Say that.
Yeah, with big plans. You can find me on Instagram at ckizz8 and on Snap at ckizzy24.
Oh, you promoted the Snap. Big up CK, man. But listen, as always, big up the chat. If you haven't already, like Alyssa says, listen, we've put 102 minutes in this. Like the video, people. Subscribe. And don't only just subscribe, put the post notification on. So as soon as I drop something, you get that notification. Trust me, people. We're delivering the content and we're only going to get better. It's only going to get bigger. But big up the chat, man. I love all of you guys. I appreciate the love, the support. Big up the panel. Big up Alyssa, Jamie, CK, Jada modding in the chat as well. Big up all the old massive. Big up firms as always. The OGs in the building. F&R Beats as well.
Come on,
Make sure you follow them biggest producers as well. Big up Renz.
You need beats, anything, feel me?
Anything. Hit us up, man. We do a lot of things as well, man. But I'm gonna put down that addiction to porn as a topic, man. Yeah. But listen, people, we're live and alive and we're out. Peace, man. Peace.